Welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. So sorry about the high vis washed out video today, but I'm doing something exciting. Exciting and scary. I'm scalping the front lawn. Now, I've never done it before and this scares the absolute shit out of me. But, vlogger's life, guys, trying to open the fucking shed with one hand. Oh, I just said fucking. So, I might try to cut down on the swearing a bit, but I don't know how I'm going to be able to do that. But, am I even using the right key? Oh yeah, I'm just absolutely special. I want to cut down on the swearing, but we'll see how it goes. Couple of people have complained about it, and one of my family members has mentioned it to me. So yeah, we're gonna cut it down. I'm not saying I'm gonna stop completely or change the way I talk, just a little bit more subtle, because you guys know I want my channel to be transparent, not an act. I really should give you guys some undivided attention here. I'm like trying to have a chat to you and I'm doing shit and I'm not even showing you what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep going anyway. Alright, so I'm gonna get out everything I need for this plan, and then I'm gonna tell you the plan. And if you don't want to see lawn talk, if you fast forward about I don't know how many minutes, you'll be able to see some fish chat, because after lawn talk, I'm going to explain my 7-foot that is suspended from the ceiling. Maybe a little bit of clickbait, because I really just want to put the thumbnail of the suspended tank. But obviously we have to talk about the tank to make it the thumbnail. So yeah, if you only want to see that, just skip through the video. I won't be offended if you don't like my lawn chat. Anybody want to come clean my shed for me? I might do it this weekend, guys. Clean the fucking shed. Oh, I just swore. No, bad boy. Alright, this video is going to drag on, so see you in a sec. Alright, so what have we got here? We've got whippersnipper, self-explanatory. Mower, can't do everywhere. Whippersnipper fills in the gaps. And then we have my handy dandy rotary mower that has the bottom blade is spaced out slightly, so we can go all the way downtown on this bad boy and hit the dirt. And then look at this old relic here. My mate Mike, he's a mower man, has lent me his old Big Bob. For those of you who don't know what a Big Bob is, it's just a bigger version of that. So that means that, so my plan is we'll do a pass with this to flatten the high spots. The wider wheelbase on this will give me a flatter ground, you know what I mean? Because I've got problems with the front not being flat. Which also when I top dress, I got to address that as well. So, my plan of order. We're going to go over with this one because it's got the catcher. We're going to take off, because all the weeds on top are dead. I sprayed them. If you notice, I sprayed the front yard, but not the backyard. Oh yeah, and we're not working on the backyard. Yeah, the backyard's a whole nother story. The backyard doesn't have proper retick, so there's no point in addressing the lawn until the retick's done. But yeah, back to the story. We're going to go over it with the rotary, then pick up all the weeds and shit and use the catcher. This thing doesn't have a catcher, so then next we're going to go over it with the Big Bob, and that'll try flatten it out. I'm not sure how low this goes. I haven't actually tested it. So Big Bob goes around, and then we whippersnip all the edges, and then we do one final pass with this one. That'll pick up all the shit from that and that. Make sense? Alright, so I'm not going to hyperlapse this because I've got my headphones on. I want to listen to some dirty beats while I do this, and unfortunately we're using the same device that I film on. So I need to get a proper camera because that will help solve this problem. As you guys know, I was looking at the Sony something and it has a price tag of like $1,800, but I'm reconsidering. I think I'm going to buy a GoPro before I buy a good camera. I think shit like yesterday, a GoPro would have been way better. Anyway, that's a job for another day. We're not here to talk about cameras. Let's get stuck into this. Alright, so here's where I want to mow, and the trailer is all the way back there. So I've made an executive decision to hook the trailer up to the car and bring it down, and we'll put it like there, make our life easier. Alright, so this lawnmower is a bit dicky. For those of you who haven't seen, to turn it on, you have to put that on there because we don't have a cable anymore. The cable seized, and me being me, rigged it up instead of buying a new one. I think this thing starts pretty good. Yeah, it's not a bad machine. I got this for 50 bucks, guys, off Gumtree. Stoked. I don't know how low we're going. About there, I think. But that's not low enough, guys. I reckon that'll be our first height there. Alright, I'm going to do this. As I said, I'm not filming it. I'm not doing a hyperlapse. You guys will just see it after the car. Alright, so I'm pretty fucking worn out already. My knees decided to give up. Pass 1 done. It didn't go as low as I was expecting for pass 1, but there's about 1/3 of a cubic meter of shit already. That top corner where it's sandy, it's really hard not to just take up all the sand. A bit of a pain in the ass. For those of you who don't know, basically the whole fucking lawn I grew. It was just patches. When we bought the house, it was like wood chips. So like only 30% of this area was covered with lawn. That area there doesn't get the morning sun because the sun comes up over there. So that's been the last place to fill out. Also, I never used to have the retic. I used to have the retic finish on this line here because originally I was going to pave that area there. But obviously, ideas change. You can see the metal's already starting to oxidize. They said about 3 weeks to get a full rusty look. So now we're gonna, I think Big Bob was next. I can't remember what I said. It doesn't matter anyway. Like the next 2 passes don't matter what order they're in. I'm gonna go with the Big Bob, I reckon. And then that way, the Big Bob will leave like a nice outline of where I need to whippersnip. Alright, so this thing is pretty rough. We'll just give it a go and see how it runs. Sounds alright for an old girl. Check out the air filter, guys. Bit of duct tape, she'll be right. It's like literally the force of the air sucking through the filter, which is holding the filter against it. You can obviously tell this is only my mate's spare one. I got no idea how low this is going to go. I'm not going to film for now until after I've done this run. Alright guys, so the Big Bob is, it goes a lot lower than I was expecting. We're going to have to do this in a few passes because it bogs down real easy. I don't know if it's just because of how big it is or whether the motor actually has a bit of an issue with fueling, but it's fucking scary. It's not very heavy, it's very light, and it starts to walk. When it bogs down on the high points, the mower actually walks. so it starts going sideways and it's really hard to hold on to. So filming with one hand is a really bad idea, but this is going to take a while, guys, a few passes for sure. I'll see you in about an hour, I reckon. Alright guys, so I tipped my mower on my side, on its side. I forgot the fact that it's 4-stroke, and I've filled the head up with oil, and it's just taking me like half an hour to get it running again. As you can see, all the oil, I had to take the spark plug out like 3 times and just keep getting the oil out of it, and at least it's running now. It's gonna run like that for a while. So yeah guys, don't tip your 4-stroke lawnmowers on their side. Or correct me if I'm wrong, I think you can turn them one side but not the other. But anyway, it's done now. Still works, should be right. So I might have just blown that $50 on the lawnmower that I said, because I might be up for another one. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. This is doing my head in, guys. That thing's like over-fueling and bogging down. It's just not working, so we're going with the standard catcher mower. I'll see you in a bit. To say I'm having a bad time, guys, is an understatement. It's only like 30 seconds after filming that last clip. The blade the bolt sheared and the blade come flying out. Now that's like one of the scariest things that's ever happened in my life. I don't like scalping lawns. Let me just say that. I thought I was onto a winner. Look at that bit there. It was running pretty well. I was having to go really slow, but I was happy with the height. And then, like, I'm shaking, guys. I'm trying to film, but oh my god, that scared the absolute shit out of me. Luckily it went forward. It flew out the front. It didn't travel very far. It didn't like have much speed, but like it threw this. I was holding here, this handle got thrown back, the front got thrown up. Yeah, I'll say it again, scared the shit out of me. What to do now? I guess I'll just carry on with the big bob. I'm ready to give up, but I can't now. I've started. The other thing is, you guys are probably going to have to see the finished product in tomorrow's video, because going by that, it's going to be dark before I get finished. Anyway, oh, are you fucking serious? Oh my god. Now the catcher's broken. On another note, I'm probably not going to show you guys the 7-foot today. I actually just feel like crying. It's probably been 40 minutes since I last caught up with you, and I've done like 2/3. This is still the same pass. It's really hard not to get it to stall out, but I'm almost out of fuel. This thing's over fueling. It's chewing the fuel. I don't really want to play with the tune because it's not mine. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to run this till it runs out of fuel, and then I'm going to call it a day, and then I'm going to go to the mower shop in the morning and get a bolt for that mower, because really what I need to do next before I go down with this, I still need to get another pass with that one to pick up all the shit. Like, this thing won't do another pass over that. It's just going to bog down. Like, Look how thick that is. Like there's almost an inch thick of thatch or whatever sitting on top of that. So I've seen on the lawn page people saying this is a big job. That's an understatement. No way am I deciding to do this on a Friday afternoon next year. Next year, this is a fucking Saturday job for sure. This is like a 7 AM Saturday job. You can go till it gets too hot and then finish it in the arvo or something. This is not a Friday job, guys. Never, ever scalp 100 square meters on a Friday. That's all I can suggest. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright, so we're just having a sweep up. I'm gonna go get that bolt in the morning. I probably won't feel much in the morning either. I just want to get this finished now. I'm over it. I'll probably do, I think it needs another 1 or 2 passes. Obviously, the next pass is going to be just picking up the sand. Sorry guys, a neighbour had a chat with me. And then after picking up the sand, I think I'm probably going to spot mow it, because there's brown patches already. So the patches that are already brown, I don't know, I'll decide once I've got the sand off. Because the patches already that are brown technically don't need to go over them, but if I don't go over them, does that mean I'm going to create high and low spots? Drop a comment if anybody's done like proper lawn guru, not just like I've got a rough idea. If you know whether I go over the whole lot evenly until the green's all gone, or patch mow at the end, let me know. Obviously bear with me in high vis. I know it makes for a shit video, but you realise the job at hand. And sorry if the audio is a bit crappy. I haven't had my mic on either. You guys can understand what I'm going through today. Even just doing what I have done in the vlogs, hard work. I don't know if you guys realise, but the vlog keeps me high spirited. Like, shit's breaking today, like nothing else could have gone wrong. Talking about it on camera really makes things a little bit better for me. It's a win-win. You guys enjoy the videos, I enjoy filming the videos. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up there, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Tomorrow's video, I'll finish the lawn, we'll do a walk around, and we'll talk about the 7 foot tomorrow, guys. I really want to make a video about that tank. See ya, peace out.